The CanAm Ryker 600 Ace. Is it any good, or is it just an old lady's bike? Well, let's find out today on The Idiot's Perspective. We have here a 2020 CanAm Ryker 600 Ace. And to answer the question right off the bat, yes, it is in fact an old lady's bike. This bike belongs to a 63-year-old retired grandma. And I'll tell you what, I don't care if you're 63 or 23 years old. Look at it. That is a badass looking machine. I mean, this thing is just cool from every angle. That is a sexy looking bike. In fact, this is the motorcycle that we went and looked at last week for my mom. This is my mom's bike, y'all. I did a tip video on how to finance a motorcycle when you have less than perfect credit, which, you know, some people do. And I utilized my tips in that video and saved her about $40 a month on this payment. So I'll link that video in a card up here above. You can go check it out if you like. So my mom, you know, wanted to get on a machine. She wanted to get back in the wind. Ever since my dad unfortunately had to give up riding, my mom wanted to get on a machine. She did get her permit last year and tried to ride on one of my motorcycles. It was a Kawasaki Vulcan 800, and she did unfortunately take it down. She's okay, thank God. But she decided that, you know, two wheels might not be for her at her age. So she wanted to find something that she could get out in the wind and enjoy riding and go on trips and just enjoy life, because that's what this channel is all about, is encouraging you people to go out and enjoy life. So she was on the interwebs searching around. She knew she wanted a trike, but she didn't want just a standard motorcycle with training wheels, because let's face it, that's what most of the trikes are, is just motorcycles with training wheels, and she couldn't afford a $40,000 Harley trike. So she found this, went and looked at it, she fell in love with it, we made the numbers work. Now this is a 63-year-old grandma bike. But let's talk a little bit about this bike though. This is, like I said, this is actually a pretty cool bike. Let's start down here with the foot pegs. These foot pegs actually flip up and they adjust. You can actually move them back or forth. I'm not gonna do that because she has them set where she likes them, but they do adjust back and forth. So you can easily ride this bike no matter how big or small you are. Moving on up to the handlebars. These handlebars, this actually flips, and those handlebars actually slide back or forth. Now she has them all the way in the back position, so I'll show you. They can slide back or forth easily. And you lock them back in place, and there you go. The gas tank, filler cap's right under there, nice and hidden. No gas cap, as you can see, it's just in there. Now, this is a little janky and tricky to put back down. So let's move on to the handlebars. You might notice that there's something missing off the handlebars. There's no clutch, there's no brake. That's because this thing's a fully automatic CVT transmission. And all three wheels are braked by that one pedal down there, making this a very easy and approachable motorcycle to ride, which is cool. So, but there are a few minor issues I don't like about the bike. I mean, as I pointed out, this gas slider, it's a little janky, a little tricky to use. It's got a very goofy start procedure, which we'll go over here in a second. And this key, look at this key here. I mean, that is a goofy looking key and just kind of sits on a ball. It seems like it's very easy to break. I mean, look, just kind of, boop, just kind of pop it right on that little testicle on the side of the bike. I don't know about that. But, I mean, other than a few minor complaints, seems very well put together. You got shaft drive, so low maintenance, three-wheel disc brakes. I'll tell you what, I did ride this a little bit, and we're gonna go for a ride here in a second. Those disc brakes, if you're not careful, see how low that sits? If you got testicles like me, you slam them brakes on, you might be talking with a higher pitch for a few minutes, all right? But anyway, look, that's enough talking and bullshitting about it. Let's get on it and ride, huh? Let's go over the starting procedure like I said for you. So you got this goofy key that you just kind of sit onto this testicle here. You make sure your kill switch is on. You hit the start button to wake it up. Then you have to twist the throttle forward and you'll see that beep. Then you got to make sure you have your foot on the brake and start it up. Just like I said, this is the baby. This is the 2-cylinder, 600 cc's. So it's not the big 900. It's not the Rally. It does not have, that I can find, any of the sport mode settings like the bigger bikes will have. But you know, it's not a bad bike. And I am 6'6". I'm 270 pounds in my current stature, and I sit on this machine fairly comfortable. So that's a good win, right? Like I said, it's adjustable for everybody. So we released the parking brake right here, down here on the left-hand side, and let's take this thing for a ride and see how it can do. Let's see if it's big enough for a man. All right. You know, it is a little twitchy. You know, I'm coming from riding two-wheelers, so it is a bit twitchy. I'll give it that. But it is easy to get used to. So, very simple. Just twist the throttle and go. Feels very weird not having a clutch as a motorcycle rider, not having a clutch in the brakes and stuff, but that's kind of the point of this. It's a simple machine to get used to. This is not really a motorcycle, but it gets you out in the wind, dodging the same traffic as a biker, and enjoying the same wind. So yeah, it's a motorcycle. I'll dig that. So let's go ahead and take this thing up on the freeway and see if it'll haul my big ass at freeway speeds, huh? What, at 40, 45? I mean, you gotta lean into it a little bit to get the curves, but I mean, it does feel weird like I said, it feels weird coming from a motorcycle onto this thing, but it's not weird. Like, it's not to where you can't ride it. Well, let's go ahead and get on it here and see where we can go. Come on, baby. All right, there we are at 60, 65. And we're going uphill. And like I said, keep in mind, I'm a big dude. 70. So we're doing highway speeds. I mean, that's incredible. And it feels very planted. 80 miles an hour. Come on, 80 miles an hour. And planted. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? That's awesome. That's amazing. I'll definitely give it that. Is it? So it'll do highway speeds. 600 cc's. It'll absolutely do highway speeds with a 6'6", 270-pound fat ass on it. This is the 600 cc, y'all. I can only imagine what the 900 be like. This is the 600. Plenty of power for the highway. No, it's not the fastest thing on the road, but you know what? Look at me. I'm doing highway speeds on a 600 cc Ryker, y'all. Such a simple machine to ride, too. Anybody can hop on this thing and just go. Like I said, this is an old lady bike. This belongs to a 63-year-old grandma. We're going to hop off the highway here, and we're going to take it on some twisties and see how it handles twisties. Ooh, those brakes, I'll tell you what, these brakes work so good. As I said before, you hit them too hard, you might be talking in a bit of a higher pitch for a while, because that will slam your nutsack right up against that tank. This feels weird going around these curves. It handles like a four-wheeler. If you guys are familiar with four-wheelers, it's kind of how this thing rides, is like a four-wheeler. You got to lean into the curves, and coming from motorcycles, as I ride a Harley and all kinds of other motorcycles, it does feel very weird. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, we got a little spin there. All right. The ergonomics on this are pretty amazing. And like I said, it's fully adjustable. And I got it adjusted for her. She's shorter than me, obviously. And it's still very comfortable position. These swooping bends. Oh, okay, so you gotta watch, because that'll definitely throw you a little bit. Now, I'm not super familiar with this machine, but that is a little weird feeling, because it like kind of sucked me over when I fell into that rut for the cars. You know, I ride this like swooping all the time on these bends on the bike all the time, and on my Harley I'll get my floorboards to drag. But yeah, that was a little weird. Let's try her again here. All right, we'll lean into it. There you go. Oh, you know, that's awesome. That's a pretty damn good feeling. I mean, there you have it. So it handles the bends. We're gonna really give it some beans coming up this one hill here. You know, a lot of people are gonna make fun of this bike because it's a three-wheeler, it's a snowmobile with wheels. They're gonna say that's not a motorcycle, that's not a bike, that's not anything, that's a, you know, that's a snowmobile and all that crap, until I say, screw you guys, you know. This bike definitely has its place in today's world. It's, you know, it may have three wheels, may not have a clutch, but it gets people out riding and enjoying life. Gets them out enjoying the same wind, dodging the same traffic. They're doing the same shit you guys are doing on a real bike. Don't make no damn sense to me to be making fun of people that ride these things. So we're gonna go ahead and really try to give it a rip up this hill here. Oh, we got the back end to brake a little bit. But those grannies, I'll tell you what, it broke, but then it cut power instantly. Now this one does not have the sport mode or the rally mode for drifting and stuff like that. I would love to try that. I think that would be an absolute hoot. This one don't have it, but you know what? It's still okay. It's, look at that. Like, I got one wheel up and it just cuts power. Man, this is actually pretty fun. I could see me having a little bit of smiles on this. I might have to steal this off of dear old mom every once in a while. Oh my goodness. Let's see, come on. Oh, there we go, a little spin. Oh yeah, you can just feel it. You can feel it instantly cut though. But it's still, you know what? Very planted. And that's okay. This is my mom's bike. I wouldn't want her to have yeeting herself off a cliff. Like I said, she did have that crash last year, and you know, you got to give it to her. 60 some years old, crashed a motorcycle last year, got in her permit, still wants to get out and ride. Wait, one more try, come on, rip. There we go, yeah! But I'll tell you guys what, I'm gonna end this video here. It's getting a little dark. But if a 63-year-old grandma can go out and enjoy life, ride a bike, so can you. So hit that like and subscribe button and go have some fun, y'all. Till next time, my name is Super Kyer. See you later.